I know this is going to be kind of sucky, but welcome back to Madden NFL 2004. Sorry I was not able to show off preseason. Let me go ahead and take a look at our stat book. Recap preseason. If I'm able to look at that. So, I'm going to find it. One thing I will add is after each season, at the end, whether I make it out to the playoffs or not, I will take a look at lost revenue for the owner's box since Madden NFL 2004 introduced a owner's aspect to franchise mode. Broncos have a fairly loyal fan base right now. As you look at our advisors, we do have cap room, which in fact was the case in real life when we dealt Clinton Portis for Redskins cornerback Champ Bailey, signed free agents John Lynch and Garrison Hurst, which, by the way, I will try to get those players. I did attempt to get Bill Romanowski in the camp parts of the franchise mode, but that fell through. So, injury report, nobody is on IR. Depth chart, Jake Plummer is going to be our starting QB for week 1 today. Clinton Portis will be our starting halfback. Mike Anderson is going to be our starting fullback. Rod Smith, longtime Bronco receiver, will be our number 1 wideout in this game. Shannon Sharp, 90 overall, he will be our starting tight end. As we look at the rest of our offensive line, including longtime center and totally not Kurt Cobain reject Tom Nalen with a 92 overall. Then you look at our defense with Trevor Price, Bertrand Berry as edge rushers. You got Daryl Gardner as our defensive tackle. John Mobley is our starting left linebacker. Al Wilson will be our starting middle linebacker. And Ian Gold will be our starting outside linebacker. Deltho Neal, which I'm going to try to deal him because he sucks, will be our starting corner. Sam Brandon will be our starting safety. And Kenoy Kennedy will be our starting strong safety today. Elam will be our kicker. And Micah Knorr will be our punter. And Ruben Drones and Quentin Griffin will be alternating on kick returns. And Delta O'Neill will be doing punts. Leptis will be our right snapper. And Portis will be our third down back. I may change that to Portis for the Chargers game. To Terrell Davis for the Chargers game. So, let's do this. Let's travel to Cincinnati and take on the 2-4 Bengals. So today the Bengals will be in white and Denver will be in blue today. Both teams have head coaches that like the 4-3 defense. Marvin Lewis was new in 2003. Shanahan is in his 8th year as a Broncos coach. Let's go to Paul Brown Stadium. As we're live this afternoon from Cincinnati, Ohio, where 2 teams are getting ready to kick off the NFL season, as this one will be pretty good game as the Denver Broncos and Cincinnati Bengals are going to match up this afternoon. Cincinnati Bengals came off a horrible 2-14 campaign, yet John Kitna is still the starter for some reason, even though they have the #1 draft pick Carson Palmer. The Broncos were much better, so expect the Broncos to really swing things in their favor today. They were 9-7 under Greasy. Shanahan and Greasy parted ways in the 2002 offseason, and they decided to go for Jake Plummer, which is the preference of this franchise.
They do stuff like that these days. You get all warmed up, stretch a little, then you get together as a team, say a little something, then you start going crazy. Let's go to midfield.
Let's go ahead and go to the coin toss. Bengals are putting a lot of faith into their defense. Thank you, Al Michaels. The Broncos will be receiving. Ruben Drowns will be back deep. Wagner will be kicking off. We're underway from Paul Brown. Griffin will be taking the kick, bounces to the left, and gets to the 26. As that's where the Broncos will be spotting the ball. He's going to send Portis to the right. Portis takes a snap, spins out of a tackle, and gets about 6 that time. As we are on the Denver 31. Trying to do a little stiff arm action here as Portis gets probably a few inches short. The Bengals do have Corey Dillon, so expect this to be battle of the backs today. You can expect it. You can expect a pretty good game as well. Broncos have some options. They have the 2 best receivers on the team. One of them will be retiring. Plummer tries going for Sharp, but he overshoots that by a country mile. As there was your sideline updates. Another patented move of Shanahan's is they will go for it on 4th, and they convert as Sharp drops the ball, and Bengals pick it up. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 33 for Cincinnati. Hands it to Corey Dillon as Trevor Price sends him back into the outfield, in the backfield. Sorry, Barry, number 92. They're throwing to the flat. Breaks into the open field, shakes Herndon, gets to Mobley as John Mobley brings him down. Just about there, John. So after that one, they are just past the midfield mark. As the Bengals drop it back and recover on it. So that was pretty interesting. 2nd down and 9. Bengals got lucky that time, unlike the fumble that was lost by Shannon Sharp. Kitna passing again, and Schobel gets it. Herndon tries to bring him down at the 30-yard line.
The receiver found the seam in the defense, allowing him to make the catch and pick up some extra yardage before the defense was able to catch him.
1st and 10 from the 30-yard line They are in the red zone. It's like Keith Burns trying to call for some signals as Corey Dillon gets stopped by Daryl Gardner, or Dalton, Lionel Dalton, number 94. As the offense has a split back set, Corey Dillon is to the left, Edmonds is to his right. Kitna drops again, and it is picked off. Herndon at the 50, and he gets brought down by Herndon at the 40, by Dillon at the 48. Watch this. That sounded pretty nasty. See that arm right there go on Herndon? So after the Kelly Herndon interception, the Broncos will set up shop at the 40. Bringing the house, Plummer goes down. So after that one, it is second down and 19. The protection definitely broke down that time. Throws to Portis, who makes his first catch of the day. Bringing him back to the line. It is a patented trick of Peyton Manning's that he seemed to do a lot. And many quarterbacks do this, tire out the defense. As Sharp goes in motion. Sharp is wide open, and he gets the first.
Even the receiver was surprised how quickly that one got to him. That's the kind of thing you just hope you're going to hang on to as it goes by.
So, first down and 10 at the 27. So they're in the I, which means Mike Anderson will be the second man providing any blocking. Portis to the right, trying to get through and spins and scrambles for maybe a couple yards. As Carl Powell is down. So need 5 to convert, as Portis is still in the game, surprisingly. Anderson with a block, and Portis with the first. So first down and 10 for the Bengals as the clock continues to run. They're going to audible into a different play. You see the motion from Shannon Sharp and Ashley Lee. They're going to go, and that one gets batted away. It was Ashley Lee that was the intended receiver on that one. Second down and 10 with 32 seconds left on the play clock. Plummer drops, fires for an out to Shannon Sharp, who gets to the 2. End of the first, the Broncos and Bengals are tied at 0. As we have started the second quarter today from Paul Brown Stadium. First down and goal from the 3. You got to be thinking fourth down territory. If the defense buckles down and stops, and if you don't convert, but that one is moot, is the Broncos get the first points of 2003. That was just a nice bounce to the left side. And that's 6 points for the Denver Broncos. Out comes the special teams, highlighted by long snapper Matt Lepsis, backup QB Steve Berline, and longtime kicker and foot of steroids Jason Elam. Berline holds it down, and Elam takes the kick. After a very long, borderline physical drive in deliberating on the Broncos, after an interception on Kelly Herndon, as Nor goes for a line drive punt, as Drowns trips him at the 30. So after the interception by Kelly Herndon, ending the drive pretty much immediately, the Bengals will look to try to put that behind them. Corey Dillon, the deep man. And Dillon goes nowhere. Gain of about 2 on the play. So, 2nd down and 8. As Dillon gets stopped again. Wow, he's being held back. He's being held back pretty significantly by this Broncos defense so far, which notoriously hasn't been good, as that was an ugly throw, but it was caught by Warwick. Watch this. Throws it, spirals it to Warwick. I don't know how that wasn't kicked. Kitna, left side. Dillon bounces back and goes nowhere that time.
This is what I would call a situation.
2nd down and 8. Kitna drops, fires to Warwick again, who gets the first. And that is the second first down of the game in this drive for Cincinnati. 1st down and 10 from the 34. Kitna, Dillon trying to grind for a couple and gets 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Dillon, don't know what he was thinking there, is Delta O'Neal just killed Corey Dillon for a loss of 6. That was a Troy Polamalu style move right there. They'll be facing a very uphill drive to convert. You have to be thinking pass, and that is what Kitna does. As Houshmans gets the conversion at the 15. So after that one, they are in a weak eye formation. Corey Dillon gets nowhere as usual. Their running game hasn't really gone too well, but their passing game's been outstanding on the part of the Bengals. Kitna, Dillon trying to go. Herndon gets to him. Still won't go down and gets about a yard on the play. The line shifts forward by Mobley. Kitna, again, batted down. It was number 33 that was there on the stop, which means the Bengals will settle for 3. Carson Palmer will be the placeholder, as the Bengals will try to put up their first points in 2003, and it is good. As the Broncos are ready for the kickoff, Drowns is going to be deep. Didn't really get much on that one. as he's going to run into a wall as Ruben Drowns pulls forward to the 29. First down and 10 is the Broncos will set up shop. They have Portis in motion. Plummer drops back. Fires, gets clobbered as he throws. Incomplete. As you saw there, he was talking to what I presume was his O coordinator, Gary Kubiak. Longtime coordinator for the Denver Broncos. Plummer drops back. Firing for Easy Ed McCaffrey, who gets to the 50, breaks free. Open field for 87, and he gets brought down at the 28.
I'm sure they'd like to get a touchdown out of it, and that'd be a real boost for him going into the half. The key here is to step up into the pocket. Make sure you get those feet set before you throw it.
They're just grinding it out on these Bengals right now. So far, their pass defense has been anemic at best, and at worst, it's been blown up. Plummer looking wide open, triple coverage, incomplete. Second down and 10, so this time we have Anderson providing pass protection. McCaffrey, the receiver to the left. Shannon Sharp, the only tight end in the game. Portis, the deep man, and Rod Smith to our right. Firing for Rod Smith, who gets in for the touchdown. That was just a smart play there by Rod Smith, able to cut through, get open enough that Plummer didn't have to worry about throwing it into double, triple, quadruple, sextuple coverage. Also, next few games for the Denver Broncos, they will have a road game in San Diego, and they will be home on Monday night in Week 3 against those Oakland Raiders. Jason Elam tacks on the extra point. Broncos will go up by 11. They'll try to go for a deep kick. Hard to do with 4 miles an hour wind. Knorr will be kicking it off very high, but very short. And tries to stop. Johnson gets hit. The 39. Bengals have Corey Dillon to the left. Going to throw it. Gets batted away. Back to him almost by John Mobley. So the Broncos are in a nickel set. Trying to bring their safeties up. Wide open is Schobel. As the Bengals will call a timeout. So in his next few games while we're here, the Broncos will face the Chargers, Raiders, Lions, and Chiefs. So they'll face 3 AFC opponents in the first 5 weeks, AFC West opponents. One of those is going to be at home. And then they'll come back to face the Steelers and go on the road for a bit of a trip to face the Vikings and Ravens. Warwick catches it, calls a timeout. So Denver will use That timeout. They have 2 left. Cincinnati has 1. Corey Dillon, the only man behind John Kitna. As Warwick goes in motion. Gold moving up. Kitna wide open in the flat almost, but gets batted away by Delta O'Neill. So, ball on the 33. They're in a split back set. For Cincinnati. Kitna dropping in the flat, tries to catch it, bounces around his neck, incomplete.
You gotta wonder what happened. It looked like a pretty good throw, but it bounced right off his hand. One thing's for sure, you don't often get that wide open. 3rd and long, the defense trying to bring this drive to a halt.
And they are going to be doing that by sending everybody at Kitna. Trying to go, and it is batted away. Ian Gold just killed the receiver there. Big hit there by delivered by 52 as the Bengals try another field goal to cut the lead to 8. It is up, and it is short. So Denver's goal right now is to just increase their lead. Here. 1st and 10 with 42 seconds left and 5 seconds on the play clock. Plummer drops, takes the hit, and is down. As number 95 records his first sack in 2003. 2nd and 17. They've brought on Ashley Lee and Cole, number 81, the new rookie. Plummer going to try to target him, but he's covered, incomplete.
I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. Quarterback's eye. He got himself in good position to make the
3rd down and 17. They're going to try a run play here. Anderson, the weak eye. Portis to the right and gets stopped. And they're going to be sending everybody on this punt, including the fullback. Micah Knorr will send this one high into the air. Houshmans returns this to the 32. 3 seconds left in the half. All of the receivers on the Bengals will be coming at him. Kitna, and he gets batted away. And the end of the first half, the Broncos are up by 14. The Bengals are down by 11. Enjoy the halftime show with some Barbie doll cheerleaders, everybody. So we're at halftime right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the remaining opponents the next couple weeks. So each of these games will be every Saturday. So we'll be facing the Chargers on the road before coming home to face the Raiders on Saturday night, wearing our all-blue jerseys for the first time in this game. Welcoming back Bill Romanowski for his second visits to the Mile High City as a Raider. I tried getting him in one of the training camp and free agent signing and trade modes. That did not go over well. Then we will face Joey Harrington and the Lions at home before going on a trip to Arrowhead to visit Trent Green and the Chiefs. Then coming back to visit Tommy Maddox and the Steelers. And then going on a bit of a journey to face the Vikings and Patriots on the road. Sorry, Ravens. And then we will come back for another Monday night game to face the New England Patriots. Then we will come back to host the Chargers and Bears before going on the road to face the Raiders and Rich Gannon. Then coming back for two more home games against the Chiefs and the Browns. And then we will end with a Sunday night clash under the dome against Peyton Manning. And then a visit to Lambeau Field where the Broncos have been historically ball gang, basically. Let's just say ball gang.
Let's get back to the action on the field.
Back here from your halftime update. Let's get ready to kick this one off.
Kickoff team lines up.
Micah and Nora getting ready for the kickoff. Sends it deep. Nice little drive for Bennett. Number 36. Trying to find some openings. Down at the 25. I mean, 11 points is manageable, but you got John Kitna at the freaking out. First down and 10 from the Bengals 25. Edmonds goes in motion. Dillon trying to find some space. As what run game? The Corey Dillon's been shut down. Probably his biggest game in today's game has been 2. Kitna, left side to Dillon, spins, breaks out Wilson's ankles, and gets about 4 on the play. So, and they're going to go wide open, but it nearly gets picked off by Delta O'Neal from his back. So this means the Bengals will be forced to punt. First time you've seen the punting unit in this game. Harris, the man. O'Neal, back deep. Going to call for fair catch. He's going to go. And get brought down at the 48. So, first down and 10 from the Broncos 48. They adjust accordingly. Portis to the right. And gets him about probably half a yard on the play. If that. So, second down and 10 from the 48 still. Breaks one tackle, and that was enough for the yard short. So, third down and 1. Plummer, Portis, right side. And that's a first. So, first and 10, 3:09 left in the game. Second down and 8. Portis, left side. Trying to look for some blocks and goes nowhere. So they're basically unleashing their running wrath that we dealt on Corey Dillon onto Clinton Portis. So this means Portis is actually going to get a rest, believe it or not. And look at Anderson trying to hop and gets the first.
That's the thing. That was the perfect call in the perfect situation. He dropped back, handed it off at the last second. The back kicked his way through the defense, finding his way past the mark.
So first down and 10 from the 20, approximately. Portis goes nowhere as Simmons makes a great play. That is stop number 4 for the Bengals and number 56. Plummer in a 4-receiver set. Portis in the backfield. Firing for the Lee on the sideline, but he gets batted away. The second-year receiver, undrafted, signed with the Broncos. Had himself a semi-decent season.
Well, you have to go with the long pass here. So go with the hard count. If they don't fight, make sure you get the first down.
So after this one, it is third down from the Broncos 25. Plummer gets slammed. Portis has a touchdown.
I think they just lost track of him running around back there.
That was some pretty heavy coverage, too. I'm really surprised nobody got a hand on it.
Better kick it here.
So, getting ready for the extra point. Elam up and good.
The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was their offensive line. They did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping their quarterback healthy and on his feet. A strong offensive line is the first and most important component of an effective offense.
Good play there for the Broncos, turning in their third touchdown of the game. Try a squib kick this time. Knorr kicks it long and deep to Bennett. Bennett with an opening. And Bennett down for 40.
They still have enough time to turn it around.
Not if we scored 28-3, boys. Edmonds goes in motion. And Corey Dillon gets maybe 2 yards on the play. Not even that.
They break down blocks very quickly. They do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
So,
This defense will stop them for sure.
second down and 10. Kitna in the shotgun, under pressure and incomplete. Third down and 10. Kitna set, and he's going for it over the middle, but that one falls harmlessly to the ground. Incomplete.
So that he can catch and run. But you don't want to lead it that much.
Or lead him into a stone wall. Peyton Manning was really good at doing that in his last few years with the Colts, leading his men into a brick wall, which usually was somebody from their secondary. Harris kicks it. Wow, what a terrible kick. And he drops it. The Bengals recover, and he gets... Delta O'Neal must have forgotten that was a live play. So this means the Bengals have another opportunity to score. as Corey Dillon goes nowhere.
Looking for a place to cut back. The defenders had all their gaps, and there was no place to cut it off.
Kitna going for it all. Warwick. And he catches it, but he gets stopped maybe 2 inches short.
Break into the secondary, find a hole, settle down, and show the quarterback your number. That was a good job.
Toss it to the right. Kennedy with the stop. So now they're going to go another field goal attempt here on 4th. Palmer is the place kicker. It is a 48-yard try. Oh, and he fakes it. Palmer is short.
In this type of situation, the team needs to try anything they can to get into the end zone. This time they fell short. It's first and 10. Looks like he's calling an audible.
Portis to the left. And he gets thrown around. Gets about 9 yards on the play.
Go with the ground attack. You got to take it short.
And about 9 seconds left. So, third quarter is ended here. The Broncos have a 18-point lead. Ed McCaffrey looks incredibly constipated in the huddle.
Be patient out there. When you see an opportunity, that's when you attack. But don't force it.
So, they're going to go for some motion here. And they brought the house on Plummer just as he got it off. And that one was incomplete. Firing for Sharp, and it is caught. So, first down and 10 after that one. I think at this point it's just going to be another debilitating drive for the Broncos, just trying to get it out as Portis pinballs off tackles to get the first. Going to do it again. Using some tackles, spins around, drop for about 8. Second down and 2. They are in a receiver set. McCaffrey to the left. He looks to be the big playmaker. Fires it Patrick Mahomes style. Wide open is Easy Ed for the touchdown. If I can get a replay, watch this. See if we can get a replay. So here's Plummer, number 16. Comes back, takes the snap. He's already assuming he's going to try to hit Shannon Sharp, either Sharp or Ron Smith. They're all running their routes. Sharp is running straight up the sideline. This is a no-look. Look at this. Drops back. Watch his eyes. We can get a look at his eyes. Here. Those creepily pixelated eyes. So here he is. Launches it. And Ed McCaffrey turns this into a touchdown. Sorry, had to. So that was nuts. He's already looking at his tight end or his wide out, Rod Smith, launches it for McCaffrey, who's wide open, and he makes a good play. The lead goes to 25. So Micah Nor will send a short line drive to Bennett. Sounds about right. So 1st and 10 from the Bengals 35. Kitna hands it off. And he goes backwards yet again. That was Trevor Price with his first stop of the game. And Kitna takes the snap, gets it batted away. Watch this. Daryl Gardner just comes right in his face. No, it's Trevor Price again. He's been a beast off that line. He came right in his face. So 3rd down and 12. You have to think they're going to start going for it a lot more on 4th down with how far back they are. And Warwick gets the conversion. So and Harris punts a long drive. This time O'Neal gets stopped. Guys coming in your face, by the way. Plummer sends his back to the left, trying to find some space, and he gets dropped. Kind of a weird way to pronounce offense there, Al. Portis wide open, using McCaffrey as a block, and he gets to the 41. Portis, they try to run it and get about 8 on the play. So that's another 1st down for Denver. Trying to grind out some yards. Portis, left side. And that's probably a handful of yards. It's like 9 and 5. It looks like he's changing the format of the play. Coleman is in the game. He had some semi-decent showings in preseason as he gets the 1st down. That was mostly because Portis has been getting gas from just running all over that defense. So And I think that's what they're going to do at this. What Shanahan's going to do at this point, because I mean, think right, you got a 25-point lead, 28-3. You got Portis, who's been dominating the secondary, and that's about to be 31 points. And that'll be 35-3. So, time to see what the Bengals can do, if anything, in 92 seconds. Sends it short. Gets to the 15. As the Bengals get stopped. Yes, it will, Mr. Madden. As the Bengals are at the 28. They have to think pass, and they do. First down. Kitna trying to go, and he drops the pass. Kitna taking the snap, fires, picked off again by Herndon. One man left and brought down at the sidelines at the 33. And Marvin Lewis is not happy. Portis trying to scramble and gets about 8. What's the other half? Defense? Because in today's NFL, defense don't mean shit. So that is 47 seconds left here in the game and counting. So the Broncos definitely laid a pretty convincing win, unlike like last year against St. Louis and in 2001 against the Giants. So the Broncos will go 1-0 with one more part of their road trip in San Diego next week. As that'll be it from Cincinnati as the Broncos win 35-3. Whoops. So, we got a bunch of Madden cards here. I still think that Ed McCaffrey's sideways pass was nuts. Freaking throwing across his body. Look at that. If you saw the replay here, Jake Plummer threw that across his freaking body. Like, he's thinking he's in that play. He was thinking to look for someone else in that situation. Right? He's thinking Rod Smith or Shannon Sharp. Looks to his right, throws to his left, hits a wide open McCaffrey to get away what is a very one-sided game. Final score from Paul Brown Stadium: Denver Broncos 35, Cincinnati Bengals 3. So let's go ahead and there you go. That's your the rest of this franchise will go. So far, week 1, Thursday night, Jets win. Patriots win their game against Buffalo. Jake Delhomme wins against the Jaguars. Jake Plummer beats the living crap out of the Bengals. The Colts hold the Browns to 30 points with a lot of expectations from their playoff debut in 2002. The Lions, led by Joey Harrington, hold off the Cardinals 27-20. Let's simulate the rest of the week. So let's go ahead and look back to the rest of week 1. So Brett Favre and the Packers decimate Dante Culpepper and the Minnesota Vikings 31-13. Out in the Arrowhead, it is a very high-powered attack game with the Chiefs, led by Larry Johnson, Dante Hall, and Tony Gonzalez, decimating the Chargers 38-34. Down in Pro Player Stadium, the Texans didn't even get off the plane as they lose 38-3. In MetLife Stadium, the Rams, led by what is left of the greatest show on turf, gets decimated 27-6. In a long-standing AFC North rivalry, the Steelers, led by Tommy Maddox, were able to stifle Ray Lewis and the hard-hitting Ravens defense. So, in the late games, the Falcons, led by Madden 04 cover boy Michael Vick, pull out a 38-31 victory. Out in the land of crappy coffee and techno dudes, the San Francisco 49ers pull away from Cordell Stewart and the Chicago Bears for a 21-16 victory. Out in Quest Field, the Seahawks, led by Matt Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander, decimate Deuce McAllister and the New Orleans Saints 27-15. Out in the land of music and country, Bill Romanowski and the Raiders lay waste to the Tennessee Titans in a rematch of the 2002 AFC title game. And on Monday night, the Eagles attempted to get revenge on the Buccaneers. However, the Buccaneers, led by defensive standouts Warren Sapp and John Lynch, held the Eagles to 6 points. So, next week, we will be playing the San Diego Chargers at Qualcomm. And for some reason, a Dolphins game is game of the week. A freaking Dolphins game, by the way. Then we will be coming home to face the Raiders and Bill Romanowski and Rich Gannon. See you next time.